I don't think it is because of Jan Dhan. Jan Dhan is one of the scheme, but Jan Dhan is there even from earlier. From I think August 2014 it started. So a good amount of Jan Dhan deposit has actually come in the first 3-4 months. That is before 2015 March itself that money has come. The accretion in the Jan Dhan this year is not very substantial. So that is not the reason of our CASA growth. CASA is something which we keep on, it is basically service driven. As you know, the service of our bank is one of the best in this, at least in our main area of operation. And we have got a very committed group of people, our staff, officers, those who give the best of the services to the customers. As a result, the people get enthused to come to our bank to give their deposit, and that is the main reason of the surge in the CASA. And actually, if you see, every year the CASA grows for us. More or less, it is between 1% to 3% it grows. This year it is around 2%. But there is no specific reason like Jan Dhan. Jan Dhan, whatever has happened last year. Our NIM is 3.15. It would have been around 3.30 or so had this additional NPAs not been taking place. I believe that more than 3 NIM is a very good NIM. Abroad, the NIM is somewhere between 1.5-ish, between 1.3 to 1.7, around so. That NIM is considered to be a good NIM. In India, 2.5 plus NIM is considered to be a good NIM. Our NIM is constantly above 3, and above 3 is considered to be a very healthy NIM. So that your CAR also, capital adequacy also gets adequate benefit of the NIM percentage. Going forward, I think there will be some improvement in the NIM because the NPAs next year as a whole might come down than whatever it is this year. And I mean the new slippages. And the provision which we have made around 1900 crore this year, I guess next year the provision will be substantially lower than that. Year before we have done around 600 crore provision. So I guess it will be somewhere between this year and last year's provision. As a result of which NIM will have its own improvement. At the same time, the MCLR which has come in by Reserve Bank of India, which has come in from this 1st April, it might reduce the margin a little bit. There may be a reduction in the MCLR compared to the base rate, but that may be marginal. That may be between 5 to 10 basis points, I guess, as on today, unless the RBI cuts the rate. So, sum total, I don't think the NIM will fall. It will be around, there might be marginal increase. I would think that 3.25 for next year is the ideal NIM. Banking industry results have not come, so it is very difficult to talk about it. So far as we are concerned, you have seen our deposit has grown by around 6.5%, but we have shed 10,000 crore of bulk deposit. Assuming that we have not shed anything, our deposit growth is around 13 to 14%. This year, we expect the deposit growth to be slightly more than that, maybe around 17-18% of deposit growth. Our advances growth has been muted last year because we were not aggressive in the corporate credit. This year, we are focusing on the smaller ticket corporate credit, like accounts with 5 to 25 crore kind of a limit, which are not very big units, but not very small either. So we are putting a focus on that, and I think 12% advances growth we would be keeping for our target, and hopefully we will be achieving around say 17-18% of deposit growth and 12% of advances growth.
Will you continue
and the profit wise, if you look at it, profit wise, our aim is to make 20% profit growth, and we will stick to that unless there is some unforeseen situation during the year. I am sure we will be able to make 20 to 25% profit growth. Our high cost deposit as of now is around 7%. It is a reasonable amount. 7% for a bank like ours, it's quite a reasonable amount. As on today, we are not planning for shedding as such, unless there is a very huge increase in the retail deposit if we are able to get it. Maybe at the end of the year, we might think of some shedding, but as of now, for the first half, I don't think we are planning to shed the high cost deposit. Number would be very large because there are accounts from very large value to even 50,000. So if you ask the number becomes very large. Exact number I don't know, I can tell you, but it is very, very large. Only the amount is important.
What is the amount, total amount?
Amount of slippages, I think 3,000. No, you were talking about slippages during this quarter. Slippages during quarter is around 3,000 crore roughly. 3076 or something.
3067.
3067. I don't think any bank will ever be able to say we have put behind all our woes behind. If I tell that, that will not be a proper, it is not true statement. Before that, there is a difference between the Hyderabad companies and infrastructure. Hyderabad, there are infrastructure companies, but most of them are basically EPC contractor. And as a EPC contractor, they have also done infrastructure. Now, all this group of companies, the EPC or infrastructure, all are in trouble. But most of them are in trouble, not all. Most of them are in trouble. We also have got our share of problem. A large amount of that, those who are in trouble, we have already classified as NPA. And those who are not classified as NPA as on 31st March, many of them appear to be crossed their worst. So as of today, we are not thinking, they are in stress. They are in some kind of stress because of the delay in the releasing of the payments by government, by the projects and things like that. But you have to appreciate a lot of things government has done. Government has done in the road sector some hybrid model, which has become very attractive. Many companies have bid for the hybrid model, and then they are quite attractive. Many companies, if you have seen in Hyderabad, they have sold their projects to the other companies so that they have monetized their assets. There are companies, power projects, which are monitored by the government, various departments for their implementation. And these companies, those who are the EPC contractors, they had a release of their payments, so they are better off. On some, I think that even if the EPC contractor or infrastructure companies again fall NPA next quarter, it will be much, much less. From the infrastructure point of view, I don't think our bank has got much worry.
Right, sir. There's one more question relating to agriculture, sir. This relates to the loan waiver program which was initiated by the state government. What is the current status of AP? Can you give an overview about the loan waiver of both AP and Telangana, and what is your stake in that, and what is the current situation?
I will be more clear about Telangana because we are the SLBC convener in Telangana and we are the main bank. In Telangana, the debt where whatever is identified was to be repaid or waived in 5 installments. So out of which 2 installments have been released by the government. It is credited to all the agriculturists, and most of them have rolled over their outstanding. So for example, State Bank of Hyderabad, value-wise, around 92%. 92% of our agricultural cash credits are rolled over. So the money has come, we have rolled over. I don't think there is any problem. In Andhra Pradesh also, I don't know the second installment, has it come? Second installment has not come. First installment has come. So as soon as the second installment comes, the same rollover will take place. It is possibly expected any time. From our bank, the problem is more in the Marathwada because there is a very severe drought taking place there, and this has resulted into some kind of a farmer's problem, and that is why various steps are taken. In fact, if you have seen, we have donated 1 crore to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra towards this drought in the entire Marathwada region. Agriculture has suffered there. So there are various issues like insurance cover, like rollover, like we can support, we can restructure, and various things are taking place.